Hello, everybody. I am, for some reason, really sleepy today. It's okay. I'm here. I made it. I'm just really sleepy. I have caffeinated things around me. But let me see who's here. Lord Portico, welcome. It is great to see you. I love that you have started up Mr. Coffee and began work on Mr. Radar. As one does. Mobius Tempest, it's good to see you as well. Shadows of Life, hello. I am Puddleglum. I will say welcome to you and dearest, darlingest, Momsy and Popsicle. Yes. Yeah. It's just self-cleaning after, because the pranks officer, yeah. Sure. Moorings is innocent. I think I caught all the names that are in chat, but regardless, if I missed you, welcome. It's good to see you. I will wake up, and my voice will wake up with me. I don't know. I've been up for a little bit, but I don't know. I'm really tired today. How's everybody else? I'm just going to sip at my warm tea while we figure out. Today is Sunday for me, and I will be blasting off to the Andromeda galaxy. I think we're on Havarl. I think that's where we left off, the jungle planet. That's part of my warm tea. This is most of my warm tea. In a lovely Stephen Joy's mug. Anywho. Yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda this week. I feel like it's been forever. I think when I played Control last week, because, so, we had played Control, and then I missed a week, and then we came back, and I played Control, which was correct for the alternating weeks, except that I should have done Mass Effect last week, and Control this week. Whatever. It doesn't matter that much. Moorings, what are you doing on the space dock? You site-to-site yourself to engineering right now. Site-to-site is so dangerous in Space Show RPG. In Space Show, it seems so easy, but in Space Show RPG, that's dangerous. Bill Stickers? This is a name that I do not know. But, oh gosh. Okay. Mass Effect today. Outer Wilds tomorrow. No archives this week. Saturday is Dinos, as we try to bring together all of the disparate peoples to work together to save themselves. Huh. I didn't actually realize how this game from the 90s had such a relevant message for our world today. And then next Sunday is Control. Bill isn't allowed on the ship after last time. What did Bill Stickers do? I am surprised and confused, but it's hard to get kicked off this ship. Unless you're a spam bot or a troll or, you know, all of the malignancies that inhabit the Twitcher net. Does anybody know of anything interesting or fun happening? Or did you learn anything new recently? Or is there anything that you're super excited about? Or I would very much like to know. For me, let's see. Philip has finally finished watching all of The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra because I shepherded him through it. He felt that The Legend of Korra should have ended after season 2. I would happily take 20 more seasons of The Legend of Korra, although they were really harsh on Korra. I had forgotten how absolutely horrible she had it. They put her through a lot. I really just want an entire series that is just Bolin. The Adventures of Bolin. I like Bolin. The himbo energy is strong with that one. Soliciting for his one-man show involving a goat that makes waffles? That sounds amazing! Why would we not sell tickets? Like, allow him to perform on the on the proscenium deck and sell tickets. A goat making waffles sounds... How? That... Maybe it just hypnotizes people with its square irises. Or square pupils, and... And then, while they're hypnotized, he makes the waffles. He was doing the show in engineering. Yeah, no, that's not the right place for it. The show's performances belong on the proscenium deck, or in the black box. They effed up. LOK, Legend of Korra got messed about by Nickelodeon a lot. I liked Legend of Korra, like the beginning of Legend of Korra, I thought was so much better than the beginning of The Last Airbender. But it seemed like Korra ended up facing... Korra felt a lot like Buffy. Korra felt a lot like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It was, oh, the ultimate big bad. We're facing the ultimate big bad this season, and we're going to need the entire team and put in everything, and we won. Hooray! I get to take a break now. Nope, sorry. Now there's an even bigger big bad that is even more dangerous. And somehow the last one of those was just a normal metal bender who was more dangerous. I mean, the stylings. Sorry, this is going to be a little bit spoilery, but Legend of Korra did not deserve the hate it got from some of the fans. Also, yeah, fun fact, the actor for Korra voiced Keyleth's mother in Vox Machina. I did not know that. That's awesome. Season 4 of The Legend of Korra is just the original trilogy of Star Wars for quite a lot of it. Like, I mean, it's not one-to-one, but the metal bender troops are in stormtrooper helmets. They create an empire. Korra goes to the swamp to get knocked about by a curmudgeon. Sorry, a curmudgeon implies male. By a, I suppose that the female version of curmudgeon would be a harridan, which honestly I would never call Toph a harridan. But Toph is Yoda and Korra is Luke on Dagobah. And I'm watching it and I see the stormtrooper helmets and I'm like, did we have to go to the original trilogy of Star Wars to find content for this show? However, I do still love The Legend of Korra. But it was better. I agree with Philip. It was better in the first 2 seasons. And, I mean, they face off against a team of 4 massively powerful benders. 1 for each element. Who managed to so harm the Avatar that she's convalescing in a wheelchair and then has to go like disappear from the world for 3 years to come back and face one person who is taking over the world and apparently is so powerful that she's a match for the Avatar in fights even after she's fully recovered. That just seemed weird and implausible given everything the Avatar had faced. I still do quite enjoy the series though. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a Legend of Korra tangent. One person, a tactical genius, and an army, and a redacted. Exactly. I mean, yes. Yes, the hero's journey. Star Wars is just a good example. The reason I go straight to Star Wars with it is because of the stormtrooper helmets and the creation of the Empire and going to the swamp to see the elderly, powerful, sort of strange person who is going to teach them how to how to connect with their power so that they can face this threat. Like, it was there were just too many elements that were directly referencing Star Wars. Whilst having some major PTSD, absolutely. And the spirit stuff, yes. Not Yoda. Anywho, so yeah, I enjoyed revisiting Avatar and The Legend of Korra, and I basically told Philip he wasn't allowed to watch the live action, the upcoming live action Avatar until he had seen all of Avatar and Legend of Korra. So, so we have now done that, and now we can finally start catching up on some other things. The only thing we have kept up with while I was taking him through Avatar and Korra was Lower Decks. So we need to catch up on Foundation, Wheel of Time, Ahsoka. I haven't watched any of Ahsoka yet. Yeah, there's a number of series that we need to catch up on. It's also because I only will watch like 1 or 2 hours of television a day before I get before either Philip falls asleep or I'm just done and want to go play games or something. So, yes, I believe they're doing a TV series for the. Oh, sorry, I see the tongue. You're referencing the live action movie. There is no Last Avatar live action movie. It doesn't exist. I think some people must have imagined it. Just like the Warhammer movie. Is that the one I'm thinking of? I don't know. There's so many franchise-based media productions that just are so bad. Like there is, I really wish that they would do a really good Sword of Shannara or I suppose Legacy of Shannara, Shannara series. The Shannara series deserves a good treatment as a movie series or a good television series. It really does. It is so good. It was my introduction. Like, Dragonlance I read, but my brother liked Dragonlance, and it wasn't what got me into books. Terry Brooks's Shannara series, and then from there, because I ran out of those, Magic Kingdom of Landover. Honestly, Terry Brooks's novels when I was a teenager are what got me to actually enjoy reading. And I didn't know it at the time because I had never really read it. I fully admit, and so does Terry Brooks, The Sword of Shannara is just The Lord of the Rings. With a little veneer over top of it. You can read it, but you don't need to. You can skip straight to the second book. Because the second book is where it becomes actually original and the world building starts. And I love it. And then MTV got a hold of it. And I was expecting some changes. Like, I'm okay with that. I understand that changes need to happen to adapt to a new medium. And Terry was involved, so I was okay and figured, oh, sure, I'm willing to go with some alterations. And it needed some. There are some issues with references to and portrayal of traveling folk that honestly were common for the time, but are not ideal. But somehow, despite the fact that the elves in that entire series are supposed to be, they're supposed to be more human than most elves in fantasy, but they're still supposed to be somewhat regal and oh gosh, Stephen Joyce's rating. Welcome, Stephen. It's great to see you. I hope that you enjoyed the end of Palea. I have been going off on TV and movies and particularly The Sword of Shannara. But welcome, everybody. I love it. You guys are wonderful. Stephen is absolutely the bestest person. And if you're not following Stephen, you definitely should be following Stephen. Welcome in, everybody, from Stephen Joyce channel. I am Rogan27, and this is the day where I play speculative fiction games, and today is Mass Effect Andromeda. And I have missed out on chat because it started with the Legend of Korra and discussion of that. And then it turned into, I don't remember how we got to Shannara. I don't know. I wish Shannara would get a good series instead of what MTV did to it. But welcome. It's great to see everybody. I should probably actually get the game up soon. There is no live movie in Ba Sing Se. Mobius, that is an excellent analysis. The Last Avatar, a human learning to become the Avatar. The Legend of Korra, the Avatar learning to be human. That is excellent analysis. Oh, are they doing a series of Percy Jackson? I did not know that. I'm not really familiar with it. Oh, Iron Trout. Hi, welcome. Yes, Shannara was my favorite and continues to be one of my favorites to this day. I'm very saddened by. So, what I was saying when Steven arrived, I was hopeful, despite the fact that it was MTV. Because Terry was involved, I expected some changes from the books, and like I said, it needed some changes. But the elves, I could not get past what they did with the elves. Because the elves, despite supposed to be more human than your typical fantasy series elves, MTV, the Elven Kingdom, felt like I was watching The Real World or some other completely vapid MTV reality show. And it just didn't ring true to me for how the elves are supposed to be. They're supposed to have a nobility to them that was lacking in the MTV series. And I couldn't get past it. I couldn't even finish watching the first season. I think they did 2 seasons total. Before it got canceled. I was just really sad. And I did also really enjoy the Xanth series by Piers Anthony. Sadly, again, that's one of those series where it's a great series. It has some problematic elements, but it's a great series, but we just don't know who wrote it because so much of our really good content was created by absolutely trash people. Disney's doing Percy Jackson? That would be, that sounds really good. Also, hi, Herb. Oh boy. The tea has helped. The tea and griping about media. This all started because I was going off on a tangent of my own after asking whether anybody had any things coming up that they were excited about. Yes, there's the Xanth series. I love the puns. I love the puns. I love the concept. There's just a little bit. No. Not a little bit. There's altogether too much reference to panties. Also, there are no Percy Jackson movies in Bossing Say. I should really get the game up on screen, but do share if you have things that you're excited about coming up, because I have a week off and I might be able to actually like watch things and do stuffs. But right now I have no plans other than to basically relax by playing Power Wash Simulator and Baldur's Gate 3. So you're glad you were not in the middle of a sip of coffee? It is not coffee. I would not put coffee in a Stephen Joyce mug. See, it says it's so pretty. I assume the shop is still up. I don't know the address to the shop, or I would point people to it, but I might be able to find it. This is me getting absolutely distracted now, but is there a link on your about page, I wonder? I should share merch. Aw. I found the thing. Do please support Stephen Joyce by visiting either the UK or USA shop and picking up some Stephen Joyce merch. Okay. Instead of repeatedly saying, I should bring the game up on screen. Look, I brought the game up on screen. What I found really interesting about your game shop is the mug colors. Different colors are available in each shop. And I kind of want to collect them all, except that I can't. But also, there are different colors, which makes me want them all. Who their regional supplier is, yeah. Expansion plans for the future should include an Australia shop to serve to serve the viewers in Australia and New Zealand. Although I'm sure that that's a long time in the future. 2 full days of work? Oh gosh, I'm sorry. You're not working overtime this weekend. That's something to celebrate with lots of cake and paella, apparently. I have not installed Palia. I have too many other games right now. Yes, I believe we are supposed to go to Havarl. Let me check the journal. I don't know what I was doing. Ooh, donut holes. Nom. Oh, I called Ephra from the meeting room. That's main quest. I'm not doing main quest. That's the only main quest is go to Vold. Meet Gil at the Vortex. Search for memory triggers. This is what I get for switching this so that it's not every week. It was bad enough trying to remember what I was doing when I played it every week. Okay. Gosh, look at all that lore. I'm not reading that right now. Well, stream title, I said I said Havarl. So we're going to at least go down to Havarl and see if...
Gil, you missed your appointment. Again.
Uh-oh, someone's in trouble. I had a good reason.
Which was...
When I remember it, I'll tell you.
I mean, Puddleglum, we're where we always were in this game, which is romancing Gil.
Hey, Ryder. What's the story?
Except that I have to advance main plot before the romance will move forward.
Anytime.
But I get to say hi to Gil. Yes, we'll at least go down to Havarl and check. I should be able to do more there. I don't think I'm at a block.
Lend you 30 if you pay me back by tomorrow.
Done. Thank you, Sudi.
Someday I'll find out why you're always strapped for credits.
Probably playing poker with Gil. We've got Havarl up to viability of 8%. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't reached a point of no return yet for Havarl. I think eventually you'll hit a stop, like on EOS. You hit a point where it's like, all right, you've done enough here. You need to leave for a little bit before you come back. I don't think we're there yet.
Entering atmosphere. LZ in sight.
I do like this game. It has a lot in common with Dragon Age Inquisition, which I think of right now because yesterday, over on the stream to end MS. Okay, I'm getting used to the controls. Yesterday on the stream to end MS, there was a. That's what I was looking for. There was a lovely Dragon Age Inquisition game with Cipher of Tyr and Painting Pirate and the Opera Geek, and it was good times. Yeah, let's holster. Dragon Age, I'm excited to see what comes from Dragon Age 4. I enjoyed the whole series. Gameplay, like overall, I think Dragon Age 2 is my favorite. I like the story and such from Inquisition, but Inquisition just gets a bit bloated, where despite there are some bits about 2 that I don't really care for, mainly 2 is a bit more restrictive in certain aspects than I would prefer. This is me, again, remembering what all of my buttons do. But overall, combination of options, just some of them don't make sense. So running around with a staff on your back when magic users are not really acceptable, and yet nobody comments about the fact that you're clearly a magic user. But yeah, I 2 is the most enjoyable to play. And I've played it, I think I've played all the way through it 3 times, I think. And considering that it was the Christmas before last, that was the first time I ever played it. That's a lot of playing that game. But Andromeda and Inquisition were made at the same time and use a lot of the same. Honestly, I think they just reused stuff. Because they have a lot of similarities with plot structure and abilities and like just everything. They're still unique enough that you could play them both and it makes sense, like, to do so. But they're kind of clones of each other. And I initially I started playing Inquisition, and then I bought this game and started playing this game, and I ended up playing all of this game before returning to Inquisition.
We've got targets.
This one just resonated with me a little bit more. Probably because despite being
Think that's it.
despite Shannara being the source of my joy in speculative fiction, I think I end up enjoying sci-fi more than fantasy. I'm great with beam weapons, apparently, right? Such good aim. I have such good aim. I tell myself. Am I using... Did I switch to the... Did I run out of...
Right away.
Oops. No.
Watch out.
Okay. I may have... I should pay attention to what I'm doing, shouldn't I? I'm doing so bad today. What am I doing? Why am I doing badly? I'm silly. Another good game is, speaking of Force Mage, Star Wars The Old Republic is still really good. Apparently, it's Dino Day Sunday. I could use ammunition. I could also remember all of my controls. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so my pistol does still have ammo. Why did I switch off of it? I mean, the sniper rifle's fine. Oh gosh, why am I over here? I don't need to be here. I'm trying to go there. Okay. Central Wilds. Oh, good. Restoring all health and ammo is a good thing. Ah, yes. This is a very different vibe than Palia, and I apologize for that. Oh dear. I have died during this fight a couple times. Not with this character.
I don't get it. The planet looks fine.
You can bleed under the skin and not see it. The wound's still there.
Yo, I was just killing the thing that was attacking you. You could be nicer. Yep. Yes, yes, find cover. Let's go sniper rifle. All right, shields are up. Gosh, I am bad at aiming in this game for some reason. Oh, no, 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 no. We're fine. It's fine. It's all fine. Where you at? Bad aim is why I play Vanguard. I think that's what I'm playing. Is Vanguard? No, no, I'm doing Adept. Hi, J.A. It also doesn't help that I have been using I have an ice laser weapon, which is not the best weapon, except that it's the best weapon. It's like Steven using the donut gun, in Power Wash, despite the fact that it is outclassed by so many others, but it remains the perfect power washer. Yeah, and Donut make the rules. And same here. I'm sorry. You give me a the ability to have an ice beam weapon. Why would I ever use anything else? All right, where are the baddies? I'm trying to get to the ammo and such. Nope, nope. Run, run. Run, 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 run. All right, I need to get back to supplies. Oh, shit. I think I just died. Whoopsie doodle. I was running. I could have fast traveled, but I was running.
Sure not to eat anything here. Don't let any sap stick on your skin.
Oh, gosh. That's not a good thing to have right here. I don't need that in the middle of a fight. Spray and pray. This is not where I thought I was going to be after reloading. I'm not super upset with it, but is he still there? Okay. I see ammo. I don't see health. That's the problem. I don't see health. I think I just electrocuted myself. So, you know, that's great. Just need a shotgun and a hammer. I do like my biotic combos that can take people out in, like, 2 button pushes. Aw, man. Come on. Cover, cover, cover. No! I really need health. It was my friends. My friends were next to me, but I didn't know it. Health? Nope. Just a dead body. Oh, that's not the button I thought I was pushing. I know there's some health around here somewhere. There's also lots of enemies. What? Who said that? The I love this spot thing. That was strange. Okay. Shadows, there are no health packs. That is not a part of this game. The only way to recover health is by returning to one of the forward outposts or finding finding packs that are distributed in the environment. They'll have like a little red symbol on them. Okay. Despite dying once, I'm doing really good. I do often die in that section because it's a lot of crossfire and not many good cover options. Give me the nickel. Yeah, there were health consumables in ME 1, 2, and 3, but not in this one. Ooh, self-care. Yeah, I will sit up straight. So it worked. I managed to like start actually. I was practically falling asleep when I hit go on the stream, and I'm awake now. Talking helped. The tea really helped. And you know, suddenly being in a situation where I'm being shot at and having to survive, that also helped to wake me up. Before you go, don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. Wake me up before you go. Boy, that sounds distressing, doesn't it? Some scary noises there. Oh! No. Shh, died. I was trying to get out of there. Okay, I think I do have to go back to the checkpoint. I'm so close to my objective, but I need to replenish the health. Ah, yay. Yeah, there's not gonna be a better pistol. Significantly more damage with that one, but rate of fire. Look at that rate of fire. Minus 440 rate of fire. I will stick with my Indra. Because automatic sniper rifle. Fully automatic sniper rifle. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Angaran gorilla helmet. I don't think any of these are going to be worth doing. Yeah. I also don't know why it insists that there's armor that I have not... Oh, because they're... Yeah, I don't need those. Okay, Jal has 1 point to spend, but there's no way to spend 1 point. Cool. I'm safe. I keep dying. I'm gonna save. Whee! Okay. Well, I'm definitely back into the controls now. Let's see if I can take this position. Scout out the area. Yeah. Can't see anything from here, really. Those are some spiny plants. First, looting. They killed me before I could loot everything. I am hopeful that eventually the corporations will give in and actually decide to pay humans at decent wages and recognize that human-created content is better than just having AI do everything. I heard that there were some talks going on with the Writers Guild yesterday, I guess. I haven't seen what the outcome of that was. Ooh, Shadows, enjoy your game. I'm hopeful that it won't continue just going and going and going, because it hurts everybody. But I do very firmly support the guilds that are on strike, because, yeah, things have been bad for a while, and they keep getting worse. And it's about time that companies realize, hey, your employees are why you succeed, and they deserve to share in some of that success.
Andromeda plant sample detected nearby.
Platinum? That's not a plant. Plant sample? There's a shooting fight going on, like, behind me, and I'm like, but plants. But side quest missions. Oh, it's wildlife versus remnant up there. Interesting. Okay. I have personally never worked anywhere where I was allowed to join a union, where it was even possible. Like, I've never worked anywhere where the employees had the option, like, which is why I end up in positions where I'm suddenly given additional work to do that is basically the equivalent of work that somebody, like, above my level was doing before. And it's like, oh, yeah, this person was a director, and you're inheriting the project that they were doing as a portion of your job, and we're not paying you any extra for it. Yeah, I need to have a conversation with my boss, because this project is definitely more than just an extra thing to add. Your teaching job was in a private school, so no union. Technically, where I work now, there is a union, except I don't really understand what it does, because, I mean, basically, it can advocate on behalf of the employees, but that's it. Collective bargaining on behalf of state employees is illegal. So while we can have a union,
My sensors read a mineral not found in my database, Pathfinder.
the
That's
union
something we can scan,
cannot
Chief Lucan.
do
It
collective
would
bargaining.
improve his geophysics VI considerably.
I didn't even know that it was allowable to have any union at all. I thought state employees weren't allowed to have a union. That turned out to be wrong. Union is fine. It just can't. There is no collective bargaining, which is sort of the point of unions. But I'll take any advocacy on behalf of state employees as the best I can get. It would be lovely if we actually could have a union, but a lot of places in the U.S. Ban unions or ban collective bargaining for state employees. And despite the fact that the state provides less than 10% of the funding of the educational institution that I work at, we're all classed as state employees because we work there. The stories I could tell about the shit that went down in that school system with no real recourse. When your contract was eventually not renewed, one of the emotions was relief. Yeah. Right to be exploited, or right to work. I definitely meant right to work. Uh-huh. Yeah. Right to work was excellent marketing on behalf of the people who wanted to line their own pockets by being able to fire people for no reason whenever they want. And, yeah. I have seen that the grad students are looking at potential... Aria Flame! Thank you for the follow. I have seen that indications that there's potential for grad students to go on strike. There's definitely movement in that direction. I don't think they're anywhere close to actually going on strike, but there is definitely some discontent with graduate students and postdocs. And rightly so. They're not paid anywhere near enough to put up with what they have to put up with and to afford a place to live in this area. Heck, we can barely afford it where we live. I haven't heard any more about the... I know there was mention that potentially the SAG strike would extend to video game properties. I haven't seen any more on that. But granted, the way that I would get that information is mostly through social media. And since I basically don't spend any time on social media anymore, my access to that type of information is a little less available. If I hear about it, it'll end up being from Eric. I don't want to go into the vault. I want to go onto the vault, please. No, not into the electrical current. Thank you. Dangerous. In your school system, there were times when the non-salaried people, teachers, aides, etc., were required to be at work, even when salaried people were not, and even when there were no kids there to generate the work that was usually there to do. Would have just brought movies and snacks and watched movies on the classroom projector all day. Yeah, I don't know. So there are definitely, so here's the thing. Faculty, where I work, we all have individual contracts. Staff, however, there is like the staff and the wage. So wage is like our term for hourly employees. They are governed by more general state employee contracts. And so most of the time what it works out to is they get more holidays than we do. Like the faculty are required to be there more than the staff and the wage employees because their contract gives them more holidays than ours does. They also have other restrictions. It's weird. Some of the awards, like diversity awards and things like that, that include as part of the award, like a monetary bonus. Wage employees aren't eligible because they're not allowed to receive monetary bonuses. So when we were redesigning the library's diversity award, which includes a cash incentive as a prize, like if you get the award, you get money. And it's not, I mean, it's not a lot, because if you give too much, then let's just say that the taxes can get complicated. Monetary prizes, monetary awards, anything like that is taxable income if it's coming from your employer. So even if your employer gives you like a $10 gift card, that's taxable income. And technically, you have to pay taxes on that. So because of the restriction on wage employees, the hourly employees not being allowed to get those types of awards, we had to redesign it so that if we have a faculty award, and that includes the cash prize. We have a staff award, and that includes the cash prize. And the only part of the library diversity award that wage employees are eligible to be nominated for is the group award. And if the group wins, there's no cash. You don't get cash as part of a group. Instead, there's basically they get to be taken out for a meal, because that is not the same as a cash award. It was the best we could do within the terms. So they still get their name put up and they get honored and whatnot, but it's the bonus PTO, I don't know. Like, we didn't have that kind of control, and honestly, we were doing our best, because figuring out the structure of the award was extra on top of all of our jobs. None of us were in HR, so I mean, it's not exactly a pizza party, but it is equivalent, yeah. And that's the best we could do, honestly, with the restrictions on what wage employees could have. And the thing is, that was an improvement over what there used to be, because it used to just be that wage employees just were not eligible in any way. Now at least they can be recognized for their work. We would have preferred to be able to give them a freaking cash prize too, because they deserve it. But with the restrictions on what we could do for wage employees, the only thing we could give them legally was we could take them out to dinner. Because we don't have control over their benefits or anything like that. I mean, I guess technically the library administration might be able to do something like that. I don't know. But those of us who were involved in trying to figure out the structure of the award and find a way that we could actually include wage employees in it, didn't have access to that kind of information. So I don't think I can save in here. Oh, I can. Okay, so this is not one of those. And it's not a perfect system. It could definitely be improved. It's been a couple years since it was revamped. So it probably should be revisited again. But what's funny is we all just basically kind of on a regular working basis, most people would not know which of us are staff, which of us are wage, which of us are faculty. Because from the outside, you can't tell. I mean, the regular library, since I'm in the archives, the main like regular library area, the people at the reference desk there are staff, or actually, I think a lot of them are wage, but in special collections where I am, the people at the reference desk most often are students, but if they're not students, they're faculty. Or we have one staff person. And we all work the reference desk. We all do that as part of our job. So it's just silly that there's this distinction and such disparate treatment between the different employee categories. I mean, yeah, we do a lot of extra stuff on top of that, but to our external patrons, people coming in, at first glance, they're not really going to know who is staff, who is faculty, who's a student, because you can't really tell. At my current job, there was a major redacted hit the fan moment at the beginning of the month. And they've been using all of the, we're going to treat our employees like children, oh gosh, brand of incentives and ways of saying thank you for us not walking out the door and not coming back. Cheap pizza meal tickets, snack carts, jeans days, $5 worth of points to use to get gift cards. Basically anything other than giving us raises or meaningful monetary compensation. Hey, yeah, we had that. We had, as a thank you for, we know you had to put up with a lot of stress being forced to come back and work full-time in the office again before basically anybody else anywhere. So as a thank you for having done that, now that it's a year in the past that you've, this was like a year ago this happened, you get to have one free swag item. Come up to the dean's suite and let his assistant know which swag item you want. And that was the extent of the acknowledgement that we had been working through dangerous conditions and keeping the library open. Like, we reopened in August of 2020. That had extra restrictions on it, but we were open starting August of 2020, and then August of 2021, we were required to work in person full time. Congratulations, you get to rep the brand that was treating you like crap. They did offer voluntary overtime as a $3 an hour at a $3 an hour premium, but they didn't tell us they were offering that until the day before Redacted hit the fan. Oh dear. Yeah. I mean, I've come just to not expect respect from my employers, which means I basically just don't have any loyalty to my employers, because why would I? If they're not going to respect me, then they don't deserve my loyalty. Which is why I don't run around repping the brand. I'm not I don't buy into all the school spirit stuff because it's just a job for me. Some of the stuff there I enjoy, like some of the materials I get to work with are good, but it's a job. If I went somewhere else, I would also enjoy the content there. So, but they definitely want their employees to drink the Kool-Aid, and I'm not good at drinking the Kool-Aid at my employers. Wild how differently things are organized compared to my Dutch unis. I'm curious about which one of the only places I have been to outside of the US is the Netherlands. And during grad school, I did study abroad in the Netherlands, and I have been to TU Delft, and I've been to Erasmus University, and TU Delft is your uni. Yeah, so my library science program, we did study abroad over there, and got to visit a number of places. So it's really, I wish that we operated a little bit more like the Dutch system here in some ways. Also, I forget, there was one of the libraries over there, it might have been the public library in Delft, maybe, or I don't remember. It might have been in Utrecht. Anyway, that had a whole program where you could do long-term checkouts of fine art to like hang on your wall. And it was like, just the library innovation that happens in the Netherlands is really interesting, which is part of the reason why we were there. But then again, the reason they're able to do that is because Dutch libraries operate differently. A lot of them charge a membership fee to be a member of the public library. And so they need to be able to provide good services in compensation for collecting that membership fee. The other option for study abroad was Ghana. And I don't know if you know this, but there's the death penalty for gay people in Ghana. So I wasn't really up for going there to study abroad. Uh-oh. Royalty rate per lend, Not off the top of my head, no. I mean, this was, would have been 2013, 2014 that I was over there. These things are difficult to take out, but a lot of fun.
Vetra's hurt!
Vetra's hurt? No! Bye-bye, one turret. One turret down, one to go. Two turrets down. All right, Destroyer. Open up for Daddy. Come on. There you go, just show me that heart. And it is done, and Vetra's back up. Whew. They are tough to take out, but I actually enjoy those fights. $10 a year for the textbook she wrote? That's not bad at all. Royalties in the US for creative projects are like a fraction of a cent. Like, I've definitely seen royalty structures where, on like music and stuff like that, where they're getting like, they might get a penny for 10 plays or 10 downloads. It's really not good. And it's not something that somebody can make a living off of. All right, I think I can holster. So I can finish looking around. I don't see other treasures. I don't actually know what I'm doing here. This is an elevator spot, but I don't see a control panel. So I will try the door. I have reached a point. Oh, no, I can save again. So this is not... Other cool thing about Dutch unis is that all journal subscriptions are collectively bargained for. Yes! Sometimes they can force the publishers to play slightly nicer with open access and stuff like that. As much as I like Dutch library innovations, Elsevier, which is a Dutch company, is the monopoly. Well, it's one of them. Elsevier and Science Direct are two of the like major research journal monopolies, and Elsevier has a tendency to bundle things in to packages requiring you to get the full package if you want access to one journal. They also have a tendency to raise their prices by $1 million a year or more with no actual changes to their product. Science Direct. Is Science Direct also like, well then there are two. So Elsevier is one and there's another one, and I thought Science Direct was it, but yeah, I can't think of the other company then. But yeah, Elsevier is it makes me angry. I mean, that's why like California, the University of California system decided like, sorry, we can't afford your product anymore. We're just not going to have any Elsevier subscription at all. And they found other ways to get access to the articles that their researchers needed, which honestly we do too. Like, there are journals we don't subscribe to, but if a faculty member needs access to a journal article, we will they can request it, and we get it through our interlibrary loan service, and our interlibrary loan people, who are staff, and very underappreciated, will literally just go out and buy a copy of that journal article as an individual item, or will buy an issue of a journal to get a copy of the article. Like if they can't get it sent from some other place. Thomson Reuters, World of Science. I think World of Science is what I was thinking of. But yeah, it's a big racket, and it is the monopolies in the library services area. I don't. A lot of people don't realize they're there, but they are. They're awful, and they've been there. They've been in place in library services longer than things like Google or the companies that we think of and recognize now as being like these big global monopolies. Library services has had those longer and has had to deal with them. It's not a surprise to me that librarians are annoyed by the new, just generalized monopolies that are appearing. But capitalism exists to make rich people richer. Right? Isn't that the whole point? Create a serf class and make rich people rich? Web of Science. Clarivate, because Web of Science wasn't corporate enough. Google wishes they had Elsevier's product. True. Like, Google does not compare to Elsevier in profit margin. And they have no shame either, because they will report 40% profit and then raise prices by $1 million the next day with no attempt to give any reason why they're raising prices except that, 40% didn't seem like enough. I didn't know this was going to be an Elsevier anti-Elsevier stream, but I mean, this is always an anti-Elsevier stream. No, it's fine. I don't mind soapboxing occasionally. I just wasn't anticipating doing it, but I am definitely not a fan of that portion of Dutch libraries. As much as I love some of the innovation there. Wow, this is like, I have no memory of this place. I really do not remember this part. Yeah. Come on. I can definitely get up on that platform. I have to. Well, I don't have to. I could do that. Climb the tower. Nice. I don't know what my objective in here is. Change floor. I'm off the map. I have no idea what my objective is. Explore the area, I guess. I had thought that this was going to be... Oh, no, of course it's not. It's a vault, like the vault that we need to find and make sure is active, but I feel like the soapboxing we've had in recent weeks are good things to soapbox about. Capitalism is a trash fire stream. Indeed. Hey, we even have a graphic to go with capitalism being a trash fire from when I had extremely unreliable internet service. That, oh look, competition arrived and suddenly I have usable internet. To defend Dutch libraries, Elsevier is very much not a library. Exactly. Elsevier is the equivalent of, like, I would say the US equivalent of Elsevier is OCLC. And your yes, your librarians are very much anti-Elsevier. OCLC is the US equivalent, and they are the company behind WorldCat, which you might have used to search your local library's catalog or whatnot. They're not as bad, though. I mean, they're not great, but they're not as bad. I work for an ISP, and I'm not about to defend any ISP's business model. Yeah, understood. I don't know exactly where I'm going, but I'm just exploring. I've been this way before, though, I think. Yeah, so this is where the elevator was. The owlevator? Did I say owlevator? I think I said owlevator. There are no owlevators in this game. The owlevators are in tomorrow's game, where the creepy owl creatures with the antlers are. And I did an internship with OCLC, and it's not a terrible company, and the people that are there are fine, but they do tend to strong-arm places to force them to put their metadata into their search database, which is not ideal. Like, it's great you want to create a universal database that includes everything, but not everybody wants to be a part of it. And TU Delft uses WorldCat. We do at present as well. Treasures! Huzzah! What'd I get? What'd I get? Basically nothing for all of that work. It's like, okay, game, thanks. I fought my way down here and you give me basically nothing. And I don't see that there's, like, I've done the full circuit. I think that's everything that's here. It's fine. I can exit and then teleport to checkpoint and then move on to the next objective. Did I go down that hallway? I went off to the side. Ah. Just have to make sure that I explore everything I can. Appears to be doors. Not the doors. The doors, you know, they make good music. Or made good music? I don't know. So there's this whole, like, shield wall thingy. But that just opens into that elevator room that we got to before. So I don't think taking down the shield is necessary. I honestly don't remember. I remembered that this place existed to the extent of I should go in there and clear it, but I always do everything, so... Let's go. Gravity well. I do not think I would enjoy that. No, in fact, I know that I wouldn't enjoy that. That would freak me out. I would never get used to a gravity well that just lifted me up like that. Yeah. That just seems unpleasant. I also don't like roller coasters. Okay. What now? Well, we've got some Turian arc stuffs. So that will be our objective. Let's hop over to this forward station, heal up, and go see if we can find out something about this Turian arc. We got Vetra with us. Maybe she'll be happy about that. Of course, the local wildlife is restless. And actively attacking? What are you shooting at? Oh. I love that they're so much more alert than I am. I'm like, I knew the wildlife was around. I did not realize they had reached us. I was trying to be good and scout ahead so that I wouldn't get ambushed. Which got me ambushed. I know you dropped something. There. Shell filaments. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I have to go around this thing. What was that? I heard a big growl. Where's the big growl? Oh, it's just you? You're not even big. I thought it was one of those bigger creatures.
Nice work.
I mean, you have big teeth, and I wouldn't want to face you IRL. Obligated to say that my clients always follow the law. Wait, why are you saying that now? No reason? Oh dear. I don't know that that's the sentiment, or that that's the statement you want to make. I think what you meant to say was probably more like, I am obligated to say that I always advise my clients to follow the law. Also, there are unicorns.
Good work.
It's the only say what you can actually justify, or what you can actually back up, which is, I always advise my clients to follow the law. Whether they do or not, you can't actually know. But you always, as long as you're always advising them to do so, you're in the clear.
Reloading.
Oh, yellow. This is just a freaking Shemris. I am out of ammunition for this gun. No more ice beams. For the moment, until I find ammunition stash. Ooh, nickel. I will take the nickel. Find a nickel, pick it up. Doesn't work quite as well. But, yes, that is the direction that we are headed. There should be ammo over there-ish. My question is, can I get it without antagonizing anybody? The answer is probably no. I see you, Remnant. I'm just looking for bullets. Also, did you know that the unicorn is the national animal of Scotland? Shoot. I was like, I just wanted the ammo. I didn't want to antagonize anybody. Ah, heckity. Well, that didn't quite work out as I had anticipated. Okay. Try again. Maybe avoid distractions? Wait, move towards the objective and avoid distractions? That doesn't sound possible. Alright, I need to go this way. The other thing, besides... The one thing I actually regret about my trip to the Netherlands is that I did not manage to go and see a Broadway show while I was there. Because the Netherlands has its own robust Broadway, like, music theater scene. And I honestly listen to a lot of every one that I can get a hold of. Broadway show soundtracks in Netherlands. I quite like them. I don't really speak the language. I learned very tiny bits of it before my trip and on my trip, but for the most part, everybody over there speaks English. So we didn't really have to learn it. But gosh, there are some really good Broadway shows in
These structures go
Netherlands. They have their own version of like the Tony
Stay
Awards.
alert. We don't know what's down there.
If those floaty remnant bots try to push us off the edge, I'll be mad.
Yes, floaty remnant bots. So watching like videos of some of the performances from the Netherlands, quite good. Also, I will, if anybody is at all interested, I highly recommend the Legally Blonde, the musical soundtrack in Netherlands. It is so good. Y'all had a really good cast. Yeah, we'll look for that in a minute, Sam. I need to, like...
Heads up, Rokar and...
Turians?
Those are Natanus uniforms, Pathfinder.
The Turian Ark?
Ah! That's not what I meant to do. Ah! So much war. Can't we all just get along? We have the cat to get through. Also, why are they called the cat? I don't cat it. I do not cat why they're called the cat. Oi. Bye-bye. All right. It's just you and us, Mr. Person there. I think now it's just us.
Just got bigger.
Oh. Let's switch sides of this cover. Because now we've gone from attacking to defending. Ah, scheiß. Okay. Wow. Yeah, let's not die this close to the end of this battle. Level up! Woo! Let's collect some loots and stuff, but yeah, I'll take a break here in a second. Stop ketvetching about it. Why are they called the cat? I just don't get it. All right. We shall save before we go and talk to the Turians? I thought we were the Pathfinder. I thought we were the ones exploring the area and, like, making it habitable for people from the Milky Way. How did the Turians beat us here? That's not what I meant to do. Ooh, datapad. Personal log. Torix Eris. Login. Torix Eris. New entry. Another attack by those things. The aliens. Can't go 2 days without an ambush. And it's not them, it's the damn plants poisoning us or destroying whatever equipment we can scavenge. I keep wondering about the other arcs. Maybe they fared better and are mounting a rescue? Just hope it's not the humans. Arrogant bastards would never let us forget it. End log. Well, I guess it's good that we know that he's not going to be happy to see humans. Right? Yeah, we're gonna have more to explore here, but let me do the convo. What are you doing? Oh, I guess that was one of the Rokar?
Shot to the gut. Painful. I appreciate the help back there. Name's Avidus Rix. Sorry if my methods seem extreme. Civilian life is trying.
Ryder, human pathfinder. You former military?
A Spectre. Special tactics and reconnaissance. Did the Council's dirty work for 15 years.
You were the Council's maid? That explains your tactics. Yeah.
So you're used to being above the law.
Well, good thing there are no laws in Andromeda, huh? The initiative was my retirement plan. Then Natanus hit the Scourge and bam, woke up here.
What happened? Where's the Ark?
No idea. Had to break out of my own damn stasis pod.
Ruh-roh.
A fall like that should have killed you.
Those pods are sturdier than they look. But most of the Turian population is still missing, including Mason, our Pathfinder. Sam hasn't transferred to me, so he's alive. Just don't know where.
I wish I had good news for you.
He hasn't made it back to the Nexus.
Knowing Mason, he's out there looking for me. Mason dedicated his life to Andromeda. He's too stubborn to die.
Why would he be looking for
Need every
you?
Pathfinder we can get.
Debris and stasis pods from Natanus are scattered across the sector. Between the two of us, we should find something.
Sounds like a plan. The settlers need you. I probably went with settlers needing them before. I don't use the casual option very often with this character, despite the fact that I named him Flynn Rider. I'm gonna go with sounds like a plan.
You go left, I go right?
Something like that. Here's my frequency. Call when you find something.
Viability. Acquired 29 Andromeda viability points. Havaral viability increased +2. Alright, cool. I must save. And I'm gonna take a quick bio. Gosh, wow. Time has been flying by. yeah, take a quick break. And if you care to, get up, stretch yourself, maybe get some fluids, maybe a bite to eat, a breath of fresh air, etc. I will be back in a couple of minutes. Be right back. Okay. We should be back, and the ad break should be over. I did run a quick ad break to just knock out pre-rolls for the rest of the stream. Hopefully you got, as Puddleglum said, hydration, snacks, meds, stretches, whatever y'all needed to do. Possibly even scritches. Scritches? Scritches? I be silly sometimes. But we're going to dive back into some Andromeding because there is so much more Havarl to see. Oh, Drusa. Ooh, container. What? Levity? In this economy? I mean, I will take all the levity I can get in this economy. Jeepers. Anything to make me lighter. That's a thing. I have so little energy left. How am I ever gonna work out and lose some inches? I could stand to lose a few inches. Like, I don't feel like I'm fat, but I could stand to use a few inches. The problem is, every time that I have lost those few inches, they come back. Which is discouraging, but the best I ever did was when I lived in Minneapolis and worked downtown. I would take the train to work in the morning. I would take the light rail to work, and then I would walk home at night after work, and that was like just that daily 2-mile walk home was some of the best shape I was ever in. But the only reason it worked was because the walk wasn't me just walking to get in shape. I was walking to somewhere. Like, I struggle with just go out and take a walk. That doesn't work for me. But walking home from work, that totally worked for me. What I need to live close enough to work that I could walk home from work. Unfortunately, I can't afford to live that close to where I work. Oof. I do have a rowing machine, and I was so happy I was getting into using it, and then we were forced to go work full time in the office again, and that sort of disrupted my routine. And then I tried again, and I was doing okay for a little bit, and then I got sick. And just have not gotten back into the rowing machine. Exercising for its own sake is, yeah, just really, really difficult. It's also just hard to, like, for some reason, I should be able to just exercise while I'm doing something else. I just never think to do it. Personal log. Pavafina Perari. Login. Pavafina Perari. New entry. There's something wrong with this planet. Plants sprout up behind you. The trees whisper. And I swear something other than those aliens is watching us. Thank spirits for the specter. If we survive, it's because of Avitus. End log. I was, for a while, like, regularly doing the Pokemon Go community days and stuff like that, but those kind of, I stopped doing those after, lockdown started.
Or until the aliens killed us. We built this camp what we made our safe pod. We can't abandon our wreckage. There's debris we can get out there. We have to take it with us.
Anything for background?
I'll get it.
We'll go back to the next with you.
Good. No telling what's still intact. Don't want hostile aliens using it against us. If you find anything from Arcanatanis, tag it for recovery. Oh, thank you.
New task. Yay, another collecting quest. Honestly, there are way too many collecting quests in this game. And some of them are just, like, it will randomly appear at this place. So, go there, leave, come back, until it finally appears.
Pathfinder.
Okay, let's see. first, let's talk about you being a specter.
You must have some great stories from your Spectre days.
Not that I can tell. That's got that point classified.
Okay, but what's the...
Surely you can bend the rules.
Exactly.
Bending the rules. Yeah, that's what I thought being a spectre was all about. Sarah and Arterius himself recommending the council. Whatever they were the man.
It is for me as well, Portico. I think that's just the audio track for him. Is it everything or just his voice? Because Avitus Rix does have a bit of a garbled sound to his voice. Got really anemic at the beginning of the summer. Need to exercise to try to build up some muscle mass. Still low energy and the ADHD brain gremlins. Yeah, it is very difficult. I'm still trying to force myself to adequately hydrate. Because that was the challenge for me. That was why my voice was so bad at the beginning of the year, was I just don't adequately hydrate. And I don't know how to drink that much liquid. The voice coach, or the voice therapist, did say that my body will adjust if I actually start drinking the right amount of liquid. Eventually, I won't have to run to the restroom quite as often because my body will get used to drinking that much liquid. My problem is I will get the beverage, but I will forget to drink it. And so I will be there and I will have the beverage with me and it will sit there all day long until I'm either about to go to bed or about to leave work to go home. And I'm like, oh, shoot, I have this open beverage. I should really finish this. And then I'll chug it all at once instead of like drinking like a normal person throughout the day.
Sometimes questions should be asked.
You sound like Mason. He said I deserved a life outside of the shadows. That's why I quit. Came here.
Let's ask about the survivors.
Holding up.
They're in shock. Too busy surviving to grieve or take stock of what's happening. But when things eventually do calm down, it'll hit them. And it won't be pretty.
I have a feeling that's a ways off. Like, honestly, you crashed. You've been trying to survive in the jungle. And great, we found you and we can get you off this planet and back to the Nexus. But the Nexus isn't safe either. Like, until a permanent colony is established that they can go to and heal. Wow. Leaving space for pizza at appropriate times. Yes. Very important. Always space for pizza. Pizza is an excellent item. I know supposedly it's not good for you. But also I know that the food pyramid is outdated at this point, but pizza has bread, dairy, vegetables, meat, like it's got all of the like major food groups if you make the right kind of pizza.
Are you and Mason close?
It's kind of the perfect food.
Know each other well, yes?
Did I say something wrong?
No, sorry. I'm just not used to discussing my personal life.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are you and Mason close?
We know each other well, yes?
Oh.
Did I say something wrong?
No, sorry. I'm just not used
Avitus Rix and Mason, that would be a discussion of his personal life. So I take that as they are together. Maintenance Phase has a really good episode on the food pyramid. I've not heard of Maintenance Phase. But yeah, the food pyramid is the food pyramid that many people of my generation grew up knowing. Actually, basically everybody of my generation grew up knowing. Kind of more of a marketing tool than an actual nutritional guidance. And yeah, you don't need 11 servings of grains.
Do the Rokar attack often?
Only when they find us. Bad as they are, damn plants are the bigger danger. I keep telling the others not to eat anything raw, but when you're starving, logic's the first thing to go.
So, small little quibble with this game. They all keep talking about how the plants are so dangerous. The plants are the danger. Like, oh yes, the Rokar have been attacking us, but the plants are the real danger. We never have to fight the plants.
Take care, Avitus.
Likewise, Ryder.
Another eidetic trigger, Sam?
One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
I love that it's, oh, we just picked up this random piece of light that my father somehow managed to sequester out here right with the survivors of the Turian Ark that nobody knew where they were. I do love the game, but that mechanic is just nonsensical. All right, I think I have collected everything from this place. I don't think there's anything else to get over here. We could go and get the next waypoint before we head to the Hyperion. Also, there's all this debris to tag. Save game. I just call it the USDA food pyramid scheme. They have revised it. Like the 1950s-ish one is no longer the recommendation. There is a new pyramid. I'm not really familiar with the new one. I mean, there are actual bodies outside the USDA that are supposed to market food type commodity things to the public. Like when we did the archives stream and looked at the American Egg Board stuff. The American Egg Board is supposed to get consumers to consume eggs. They created the Incredible Edible Egg campaign. That was one of their marketing campaigns. There's similarly, there's like, if you're familiar with the US ad campaign, Beef, It's What's for Dinner, or Where's the Beef, or Pork, the Other White Meat, or things like that. Those are all from these like commodity promotion groups that are technically not governmental entities, but they are supported by the government. Yeah, they have this weird status to them. I prefer my slogan better. We grow wheat. You should eat it. They can't even do it right. Like, we grow wheat, you should eat. Oh, great. Now I have this whole idea of like an ad campaign that is an ogre or an orc who is a farmer and just says, me grow wheat, you should eat. It would be so bad. Wait, you mean that a group of producers get together to promote their interests? And it's a good idea, but a group of laborers for those producers assert their interests and they are commies? Exactly. because they're not advertising a product that we can sell to make the rich people richer. Don't you know how communism works? I mean, it's capitalism works. It's all for one, not one for all. All for one. That one being the richest person around, and everybody works for the rich person to make them richer. Just assumed capitalism doesn't work. Well, capitalism relies on the work of others.
That's it. Good work.
Capitalism. It's the system it's the system that hates you, but you love it anyway. Because, oh, let me dangle this hope that you might be the one exploiting people someday. And that'll get you to do anything I want you to, right? Isn't that how it works? Sorry. I didn't. I try not to share all of the cynicism on stream. And yet, some days, it's just there. Jaw, did you fall? Jaw fall? Jaw fall down? Wait. Stop that. Stop that. I have other things to do. I don't have time for you. I got some ammo, got some ammo, got some ammo. I'm totally helpful and not encouraging it, of course. Uh-huh. Oh, the capitalism. Instead of, oh yes, instead of, oh, the humanity, oh, the capitalism. Regarding Maintenance Phase, it's a podcast that covers a lot of food/wellness topics, often in light of how it relates to fat phobia, also how health and wellness trends harm society in general. Oh, I bet they have something on Atkins and paleo and keto and, you know, whatever the latest diet fad is, because honestly, I can't keep up with them. Like, I'm not going to absolutely say that some of these diet fads aren't based on plausible ideas. I wouldn't necessarily say that they're based on good ideas, but I won't say they're not based on plausible ideas. Like, I understand the whole point of, like, paleo being that, oh, you know, this is what our ancestors did. This is the kind of diet that we evolved to eat. Except that's not exactly true. That is a simplification of things. And those ancestors that are being taken as example tended to die really young. And get, like, intestinal parasites and other things like that. Like, it wasn't healthy. It's all they had access to. And they also did a lot more physical activity than we do today. So even if it was what our bodies originally evolved to consume, it's still not the best food that we could eat, because unless you're living a life identical to what our ancestors did, then you have different nutritional needs than they did. It's like with pet birds, which is what I'm most familiar with as far as pets are concerned. Birds out in the wild eat a lot of insects, worms, and seeds. And birds love seeds. If you've ever had a pet bird, they love seeds. But seeds are incredibly fattening. And seeds are not healthy for birds unless they're living the lifestyle of the outdoor wild birds and flying around all the time. So seeds are a treat for a pet bird. And you feed them instead some fresh veggies, maybe an occasional like piece of scrambled egg as a like protein, maybe a kernel of popcorn now and then. But mostly the best diet you can give to your pet birds tends to be the scientifically formulated pellet diets, because they are designed to meet the nutritional needs of pet birds. Whereas if you feed your pet birds nothing but birdseed, they're going to be fat birds. Our ancestors ate the food they ate because it's what they had, not because it's what was best. One of your favorite episodes they did was on workplace wellness. Oh, God. Sorry, a corporate phraseology, if I ever heard it. Workplace wellness. Let's focus on your work-life balance. How about make sure that you're including enough mindfulness in your day? Sure, I have time for mindfulness at work. Uh-huh.
Automated protocols activated.
Come and join us for a mindfulness session this afternoon. All you have to do is not get your work done for that period of time so that you can come and be mindful with us about how you're not getting your work done. And we'll get in trouble for not getting your work done. And we'll fall further behind by not getting your work done. But come. Oh, by the way, did we mention the mindfulness session is mandatory? Sorry. I might have a problem with some of the mindfulness initiatives that happen at workplaces. Because they're more theater than help. They're benefit theater, I guess. Workplace wellness. Work is perfect, and if you aren't well, it has nothing to do with us. Therefore, we will make no changes to help with your wellness. Honestly, workplace enforced anything is problem. Workplace enforced mindfulness / mental health stuff, as pointed out by someone on Twitter, is really unhelpful to those of us who require actual therapy. Like, I really, now that I know I have ADHD, mindfulness and an actual like mindfulness practice for personal growth and understanding is certainly something that I should be trying to do. It would be beneficial. The types of mindfulness sessions that they would be doing at your workplace, where you're going to get together with a bunch of other people and have a, guided visualization session during the workday while you're not doing the work that you are falling behind on, will not help me. For multiple reasons, one of which being I can't visualize. But yeah, not a fan. Also, like, any sort of work mandated activity, like we have every 2 years we have an in-service day And you are required to attend the in-service day or take vacation. Taking vacation is totally an option. But the in-service day is the library is closed and everybody, all of the library staff, including the ones from other locations, are brought to the same place to spend a day doing learning stuffs and activities like we'll have everybody do a scavenger hunt. I've been to a couple of them because I didn't want to use my vacation time.
Guess we'll try again later.
I didn't find them terribly helpful. I don't want to go. The next one is coming up in the spring, and I don't want to go. I might take vacation instead, because I don't want to go. But yeah, all of the like the team building activity stuff, is not helpful for me. I remember a couple of years back, before 2020, I don't remember exactly when, but before 2020, there was a literal pizza party where everybody in the overall extended team that Special Collections is now a part of, meaning everybody under IT services, there was it was a holiday party at a local chain pizza place, Mellow Mushroom, and there were like prizes you could earn and activities, and you could show up, and there was a white elephant style gift exchange. Someone who has remote work 50 out of 52 weeks out of the year. We meet twice a year for 1 week for departments to discuss plans for the next 6 months and align on projects. We pair that with some varied outdoor activities and community service events for different levels of accessibility. You actually find those super helpful, but a day to just do teamwork building is just a bad meeting. Yeah. So we had the holiday thing with the white elephant gift exchange, which fine, whatever. I don't begrudge people doing activities like that. The problem was that we were required to go, and that we were required to take part in the white elephant gift exchange, and I didn't want to go. I had work to do. Gift exchanges are not mandatory work activity. Exactly. I think technically you could not do the gift exchange, but it was heavily implied that you needed to do the gift exchange. And then there's also the library picnic in the summer. Oh, and as part of the library picnic, you need to make sure that you are making something to bring to the picnic. And I get it. I get that they're trying to do like community building with the overall staff. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I understand the motivations behind it. But you're never going to get everybody to enjoy those types of things. And so requiring them or making it even an unspoken like expectation that people will take part is really frustrating to people who do not enjoy those types of things. If you couldn't tell, I'm one of the people who doesn't enjoy those kinds of things. I find them very stressful. I would rather go and be at my desk doing my work.
Reload.
I haven't scanned one of these yet, have I? Oh, apparently I have. oh yeah, if you don't, you're not a team player. And it's like, this is a job, it is not a family. I have spent years of my life being forced to go to family gatherings. I don't want to be forced to go to family gatherings at work. Sorry, I might be coming across a bit grumpy. I do try, and I am trying to, like, lessen the amount of annoyed complaining. But also, like, this type of annoyed complaining is, a lot of what I listened to and heard from my parents and grandparents growing up. So, this is how I learned to, like, talk about things, and I'm trying to find more positivity. But sometimes I sometimes feel bad for anyone who has to give a presentation to a room full of teachers, because there's always a very strong I have work I need to do in my classroom vibe. Best thing about being part-time faculty, no required faculty meetings. Well, we have our faculty association that everybody is automatically a member of. It's the place that governs things like our written requirements for continued appointment status. And so generally a thing that would be good to be involved in for someone in my position. Well, apparently people have been saying for a while that could we move the meetings because the meeting time doesn't work for me, and we need to move the meetings. And well, great. They moved the meetings without really announcing anything in advance. I had not been hearing personally the push from various people to move the meetings, but the executive board that was elected for this year just moved the meetings, and now they're at a time that I can't attend. And so I was one of the more, like, regular attendees, meaning, like, I was basically there every time. And now I can't go at all. Except that they also, for the first meeting of this year, without any discussion in advance, no, like, should we do this? Is this a good idea? Do we want to try this? We're going to do this on a trial basis. No discussion in advance at all. The first meeting of this year was an asynchronous meeting held online, which I'm not opposed to. My only problem is there was no discussion of doing something like that in advance. So nobody knew it was being done. And we just got a meeting invite that said location TBD, and then there was a thread put up on Slack, which not even all of the library is on Slack, so that was a problem. Yeah, no, it was just some bad, like, planning, and for a group that is supposed to run and operate under Robert's rules, to have those kinds of changes happening without any discussion is a problem. But at the same time, whatever. I mostly take part in that because I'm required to, in some fashion, take part in library committees. I don't actually care that much. Beyond the fact that they set the requirements for whether I will have a job through the continued appointment process. Otherwise, don't really care. He's big monster thing. well, let's see. We've got some height that we can get over here. And, well, let's see. I'm not a big joiner. I know, big surprise. I'm not a big joiner. But I'm not. What's funny is, I honestly think that there would be companies where I totally would be on board and would be excited and happy to be a part of it, but they would be much smaller organizations where I was working with people specifically to make it a success. Like, an example would be like if I say was working for a company like one that has been created by Eric Campbell and Sam Delev and has Elisa Pearl on board, namely the Streampunks. If I worked for, say, the Streampunks, heck yeah, I would be so excited to work for the Streampunks. I would be cheering their, like, saying their praises all the time. I would be invested in working there and happy to wear their swag. Heck, I wear their swag anyway. But that's the sort of company where, like, believe in the people, believe in the mission, and celebrate the company. If it's just a place where I applied for a job and managed to get a job, that's just a job. Like, I don't care. I mean, I do care because I think education is important, and part of the reason why I work in higher education is I was really sick of working for places where I felt like the work that I did didn't matter at all. What I discovered was working in higher education also very much feels like the work that I do doesn't matter at all. So I admire the work that the Streampunks are doing and the fact that they have been able to move forward and persist and do something that is absolutely their own, that is honestly truly meaningful. Like, I know it's just storytelling. I know it's just the entertainment industry. I know, whatever. It matters because they, by doing that, by being true to themselves and who they are, they have created a community. They've brought together a lot of people. They've supported so many people dealing with learning about identity or trying to just find some place where they felt like they were accepted. And the community that has formed around the Streampunks really reflects the fact that they've been living their values and living their truth. And it's amazing. They are amazing. And that there's a reason why people are passionately supportive of the Streampunks. Attention, all hands. Jurassic Park is frightening in the dark. All the dinosaurs are running wild. Please assemble at the designated stream evacuation points in about 15 minutes. I felt that way working in K-12 education, that the work I did didn't matter at all because all anyone cared about was what my kids got, was that your kids got high test scores. Oh, I can absolutely see, like, that was that, and the fact that the job doesn't pay at all are major deterrents to work in K-12 in the US. Like, the overuse of standardized testing to have proof that students have learned stuff rather than actual teaching where you get to know the students that you are working with. You know what their strengths and weaknesses are. You know when they're going to need assistance on a topic, and you know which other students don't need assistance on that topic and can help their peers. You are able to identify their strengths and show them that those strengths are worthwhile. Amazing. You know, We don't do that enough in this country of recognizing that everybody has different strengths, and not all those strengths are go into business, make lots of money through selling and trading stocks. Some people are good at things that are not be a capitalist douchebag and earn lots of money for yourself while taking advantage of everyone around you. Oh, did I say that part out loud? Well, it's partly because I meant it. I might have some little bits of rage inside that, you know, I try really hard not to let out on stream, but for some reason today, they're just kind of like poking out all over the place. And I apologize for that. I do try to be a bit more positive when I'm on stream. But capitalism. Oops. I'm sure it was totally on purpose. Right. Sure. No, actually, I do attempt to not go off on all of these lack of silver lining threads on stream. Fire. Translated from Shalesh. My family died screaming on Vold. I left everyone at our camp that morning to find a passage through the crevasse. We were only a day's march to the safety of Tachik. I remember feeling hopeful that we might survive our ordeal, and then I smelled burning flesh. I ran toward the smoke, knowing I was already too late. The cat left my family's charred remains in a jumbled heap, but I could still make out faces twisted in agony. My parents, my brothers and sisters, my husband and our children, all gone. I had never felt so powerless. I scattered their ashes as tears froze against my skin. Then I ran for Tachik, where I met Aksul. Be right, UK. Thank you. We also need to recognize past strengths, which may mean cataloging and preserving them. What do you say, Admirable Archivist? Thank you for the 500 bits. And yes, we should catalog and preserve things. Even more frustrating in your case because our private school and the others in our area, we had formed a common system with, rejected Common Core and came up with their own set of standards, which were basically Common Core, but didn't have the dreaded Common Core label. That's because of the over-politicization of literally everything in American life. Hello? I heard you beep. Thanks. But the standardized test we used was based on Common Core. Oh, geez. Expected to square a circle. All in all, I'm for Sunday soapboxing. There is something to be said about sci-fi and alternate reality games to bring out these discussions. It is sort of the point, yes. All right, Angar, an integrated tech node. We read the data pad. Ooh, mineral cache. Donka. All right. I've just been running around, like, just doing stuff on Vold. We could... So there's the entrance to Mithrava. That is one of the goals. There is this, but we're not ready for that yet. Of course, there's picking up all the ancient wreckage. I mean, we're about to end right now. I'm just taking stock of what we still have left on Vold. We've reached the crevasse, and there's a bunch more stuff on Havarl. We are missing one of the three of these. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. There's also this that wasn't on the map, but that I know exists. and is an interesting bit. I actually think it's a required bit. It's just not on our map yet. Ooh, I see treasure. I mean, it's not really treasure. They just give you like random resources, but might as well be treasure. Ooh, ouch. That sounded ouchy. All right. I don't know if I can do this yet. I don't think I can. Yeah, I think I have to have the clue. I have to find the information that points me here before I can do anything here. In which case, the next objective would seem to be this piece of ancient wreckage. Yeah, so... Wow, the water got deep there for a second. Deep and wide and wet. This is one of the first planets in Mass Effect Andromeda. With all the purple foliage. It's maybe not the prettiest world, but it's also not the worst. If it was the worst, well, heck, we would have plenty to eat, right? Could be bratwurst or liverwurst or, you know. Would certainly make things easier on us if we found a planet that was bratwurst. Planet Bratwurst. I have no idea. I'm sorry. Free association is a thing my brain does with words. And honestly, phrases. Phrases mean songs to me. Songs are how I associate the world. Cool. All right. Oh, there's so much more to explore. But I should save and figure out where we're gonna go. We'll just, you know, sort of stand in this swamp water. Well, that was certainly a different stream today, right? I mean, it was gameplay. I was enjoying the game, but there wasn't a lot of story happening in the game. And for some reason, I was just really up for talking about boxes of soap. It has been 3 hours, Puddleglum. It has. We failed to start the revolution, but a valiant effort. Let's see. So yeah, tomorrow night I will be playing Outer Wilds. We're in the Echoes of the Eye DLC, and it continues to just be amazing. I do not know how they made such a perfect game, but they did. And I can't stop playing it until we're done. So tomorrow, it is scheduled for 7 p.m. Eastern. I don't currently have plans to be earlier, but I'm off all day tomorrow. So if I just feel like I want to play earlier and do more Outer Wilds, it might be as early as 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll see. It's probably just going to be 7. And then, of course, tomorrow night we'll pop in and watch the next of the Legacy of Silver Creek episodes from the wonderful, wonderful Streampunks. Wednesday, I do not have an archives stream. I will be enjoying my time off in honor of a completion of a revolution around the sun. So then after tomorrow, my next stream will be Worlds of Ultima the Savage Empire on Saturday. And then next Sunday, there is no Mass Effect because we'll be playing Control next Sunday. So, yeah. To be fair, we stirred a lot of hearts with our soapboxing and we got some stuff off our chests. Well, I'm glad that it was not off-putting. Also, hi, Obi. I do like the JCM emote. It is not therapy. Therapy is a completely different animal. I should actually, do the thank yous. Thank you, mods. I very much appreciate having moderators. Thank you, Aria Flame, for the follow. Thank you, Stephen Joys, for the raid at the top of the stream. And if anybody's still here from that, thank you for hanging around. B-Right UK, thank you so much for the 500 bits. Of course, thank you, Was Not Worth It, for being a subscriber over on my Ko-fi, or Ko-fi, apparently, is how it's meant to be pronounced. Because they are still going. And because it is an important cause, we will be rating the MS Society, the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, for their Stream to End MS Quest Accepted 2023. I do not know these wonderful folk who are doing a tabletop role-playing game at the moment. According to the screen, it is Maximus Rake, Mac and Cheese Please, Virtual Spectre, Jeezum Crow, and Bunny Dreadful playing a TTRPG. It says Casters and Cantrips. I'm not familiar with this group, but I do know that it is for a good cause that they are playing. So if you would join me for the raid over to the MS Society for the Stream to End MS, that is active right now. I do have a raid call if you care to drop it in chat when we get over there. It is #RogueRaid. There are some copies that you're welcome to copy and paste if you so choose. Detective Zen, oh, welcome. We are about to end, but it's good to see you. I'm going to actually initiate the raidage. And yeah, thank you so much everybody for joining me. It was an interesting stream today. I had fun playing the game, and honestly, I had fun sort of kvetching through the whole stream. But it's good to see you. I hope I see you again soon, until I do get out there and do some shenanigans.